Morning, Bears fans. Green Bay Packers suck, and it's time to bear down. I'm Dan Levy, Bears latest. Fan Art Sports coming at you with all the good Bear stuff and all the good stuff to talk about as we make our way towards the home or the season opener against the Minnesota Vikings on September 8th, Monday Night Football. We got the Bears coming up, and we have a 53-man roster as it's trimmed down. And as you can tell from the screen, we got a Bears player back in Chicago. The Arizona Cardinals trimmed their squad down to 53 players. And some people that have been waived out of the waivers would be the one and only Cardinal that was actually claimed would be Jalen Jones. Jones had signed with Arizona this offseason after spending 3 seasons with the Bears. Chicago originally let him walk as a restricted free agent, choosing not to extend a qualifying offer. But after seeing him hit waivers, the Bears swooped in and grabbed him back. By claiming him, Chicago not only brings back a familiar face to the secondary, but they also guarantee him a spot on the 53-man roster. That means Arizona has no chance of bringing him back on their practice squad. So this is good. The Bears are doing the whole waiver wire thing, which is what we wanted to see out of the Bears. They wanted to see these guys get back, and again, we need the help on defense, especially with all the injuries that have gone on and everything that's taken place. They didn't want to give Jalen Jones the money, but the fact that they were able to go grab him and pick him up, even him being waived by Arizona, is a signal that the Bears are doing things even post-cuts. So this is good. I like seeing Jalen Jones, especially what this defense looks like after all the injuries during the preseason games. And again, that defense is going to need work. I love Dennis Allen. I think what the culture of this defense and this Bears is going to be, I think it's a really good thing that they're bringing him back. Somebody that knows the culture, somebody that knows what's going on. And him fitting in and getting into the Dennis Allen scheme, I just can't wait to see him do his up and downs. Because as we all know, if you're going to be a part of this defense in Chicago, you got to give me 40 up and downs with the pads and make sure you are good to go. Something else that still needs improving and something that we have not seen yet is still some fixing of the Bears running back problem. The Bears appear to have an issue in their backfield again. We've talked about DeAndre Swift, expected to be the starter. The real concern lies in the lack of proven depth behind him. Injuries and the uncertainty have left the running back room thin and unreliable. Swift, so far solid, but he's going to need support. Again, coming off a pretty hideous season last season, we weren't sure what to expect with DeAndre Swift, but we do know the chemistry that he had with Ben Johnson, especially in Detroit, and then he came over to Chicago with what was a pretty obvious dumpster fire last season. We weren't sure what we got out of DeAndre Swift. We weren't sure what kind of running back he was, but an average starting running back who can carry the early load. He's a person that still has some moves, and I love the fact that he jumped over somebody in that preseason game against the Chiefs. But every starter needs capable backups, and that's where the Bears are running really thin. Right now, the options behind him include rookie Kyle Monangai, Roschon Johnson, and Travis Homer. Both Roschon and Monangai have injuries. None of these guys are considered locks for the final roster, and none have proven they can handle more than limited snaps. To make matters worse, all three are currently dealing with injuries. The situation has become so dire that the Bears are now going to be messing with number one wide receiver DJ Moore, taking reps in running back practice and even hanging out in the running back room. GM Ryan Poles likely is going to be scanning the waiver wire for this help. And there's a couple of names, at least one name, that is already starting to make his way poking out. And that one is going to be former Denver Bronco Audric Estime, a physical runner who could bring toughness to Chicago's backfield. Who is he? Once projected as a key piece for Denver, but he fell out of favor with coach Sean Payton after the Broncos drafted R.J. Harvey last season. He logged 76 carries, 310 yards, and 2 touchdowns, averaging just over 4 yards per carry. Other scouting reports on him, NFL draft analysts compare him to Jamal Williams, praising his power and ability to wear down defenses. So while he lacks elite speed and agility, He thrives on breaking tackles and maximizing yards after contact. He also offers sneaky value as a pass catcher. So the reason why he fits is because, again, he's a giant. He's a physical runner. He's a person that could move the ball, especially in the red zone. DeAndre Swift is supposed to be the crafty guy, the guy who's supposed to get you a few extra yards with his side-to-side patterns. We need a guy who's going to bust through the red zone, who's going to bust through the goal line and get those touchdowns. With injuries plaguing the rest of those guys, Roschon Johnson, Kyle Monangai, we're not seeing that yet, but we still need a guy who can perform that, who can do that, who can give DeAndre Swift a bit of a break and let the guy smash through some yards. So the fact that this is even a possibility, I'm licking my chops for this one. The Bears must make these decisions before bringing in outside help. Estime is a name worth watching closely, and if added, he could provide a physicality and reliability currently missing from the backfield, and that is what a lot of outside sources, or inside sources, I should say, are saying that the Bears could possibly be eyeing as they make their way into that one. Some other possible pickups that the Bears could include, and we got 5 of those. Already talked about Audric Estime, who would be a pretty good one. Defensive end Isaiah Foskey, a 2023 second-round pick. Foskey never found traction with the Saints, failing to record a sack or tackle for less than 27 games. Still, he remains a high-upside athlete and former Notre Dame standout. The Bears' defensive end depth is thin, and reuniting him with Dennis Allen could be a low-risk move with potential upside. Again, this is a guy who the Bears could definitely use. We could definitely use somebody on that defensive side, and somebody that knows Dennis Allen's moves and knows his culture and knows the system. I'm all for bringing somebody in that could do that. Another possible running back option, Seattle's Damian Martinez, a bruising runner who posted back-to-back 1,000 yards in college. He tallied 84 rushing yards in the preseason action and drafted just ahead of Bears rookie Kyle Monangai. Adding him would bring another physical presence to a depleted running back group. Also, if we're going to do this, more waiver wire guys that should be possibly picked up. We got number 4. Cornerback Beanie Bishop. The Steelers' deep secondary pushed Bishop out, but the 2024 UDFA impressed as a rookie with 4 interceptions and strong coverage metrics. Though he is tiny, he's only 5'9", he's proven production in real NFL reps, and with injuries to Jalen Johnson, Josh Blackwell, Bishop could provide much-needed cornerback depth. And again, if there's something this Bears team needs, is cornerbacks and defensive ends, and that would be a nice little way to patch that up. Linebacker Nick Jackson rounds out the top 5, an undrafted rookie with the Bucks. Jackson flashed in the preseason with 13 tackles, 2 sacks, and an interception. With T.J. Edwards nicked up and Amen Ogamenga, I'm not going to be able to say that one right, headed to the injured reserve, Chicago could use some linebacker depth, and Jackson's high motor and versatility will make him an appealing short and long-term option. Final thoughts, the Bears' 53-man roster is set. Waiver claims could reshape key positions by midweek, given depth concerns of running back, cornerback, and linebacker. Polls as multiple intriguing options to explore before the regular season kicks off. And like I said before, this is where general manager Ryan Poles is going to earn that money. Earn that extension that all you guys in the comments section have been saying they should not have done that. They should not have given him that long of a leash. Well, this is where he proves that he deserves it. The waiver wires is where you need to scour. We said last episode, Tank Bigsby would be a really good addition to this Bears team if they could pull off a trade, which would probably just be a couple of draft picks. But again, things to improve that running back room, I'm in for. Things to improve the defensive ends and cornerback room, yes. And if you want to get an extra linebacker in there to do the things you got to do, awesome. But the one thing I really need to know is what are the Bears going to do about that left tackle position? Because the one thing they don't need to worry about is the Green Bay Packers, because they suck. Thanks again for joining me. It's Bears Latest Fan Art Sports. I'm Dan Levy. Don't forget to like, follow, and keep commenting. And that's right, even your negative comments, I'm going to keep in there. So again, you may not like all the content that's coming out of here. I'm just reporting the news, and I'm commenting on it, and I'm giving you guys the platform to chat with me. So even the negative comments, I'll take them. Packer fans, come on with me. Come argue with me. I love it all. I can take every one of you guys because, again, deep down, I'm a media guy of 25 years in Chicago radio. I'm still a Bears fan, lifelong Bears fan at heart. There's nothing you can say or do to me. I lived through all these eras of the Chicago Bears. I cried my eyes out last season when Caleb Williams took 68 sacks. There's nothing you're going to say in that comment section that's going to get me right in the junk. So hit me hard. Let's talk. But remember, we're all in this together to see a Bears Super Bowl win. We want to see a generation talent, and we want to see Ben Johnson rule, and hopefully we want to see Caleb Williams the starting quarterback for the next 7 to 10 years, like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and all those guys. We want to see that culture here. So stick around. Again, hang out with me. It's Bears Latest, Fan Art Sports. I'm Dan Levy. Thanks for jumping on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Hit the notification bells. Every time one of these new episodes drop, you'll be notified. Thanks again. Talk to you soon.